I'm not digging this new trend, man. It seems like more and more people are doing it, and the men even, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. I was just on LinkedIn, and someone said he posted his vulnerabilities. He goes, I've always had anxiety. Probably didn't like it either. Come here. He said, I've always had anxiety, but I figure I got to write a book. And he showed his, the cover of his book. And he goes, look, I'm posting my anxieties, my vulnerability. So if you have some comments, I'd love to hear what you think. And it's just like, what the hell's going on? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Everyone trying to say like how I have to overcome this and overcome that. And I want everybody to know it. It bothers me to no end. I'm like, dude, you live in the United States of friggin' America. Gosh, damn, gosh darn, gosh, whatever. It really infuriates me. And I see it, and same thing I see in the comments here all the time. I post mostly good, positive stuff. Oh, you didn't do that under Biden? Yes, I did. I absolutely did. Without question. So, in fact, you don't post anything negative about Trump. I absolutely do, 100%. Of course, I post more positive stuff about Trump than I did about Biden because Sniffy Joe sucked and Trump's the GOAT. But at the end of the day, even under Sniffy Joe, we were still doing great, man. I mean, it wasn't perfect. Human beings aren't perfect, but all the negativity is just like, oh, man, if life isn't fair, I don't have a pension like my dad did. You could have worked at a place that had a pension. You chose not to. All right. Oh, my Social Security isn't very much. Why? Well, I was self-employed and I didn't want to pay on the Social Security tax. Okay. So you made that choice. Oh, man, my portfolio isn't growing the way, Bitcoin's growing. Okay. You can invest in Bitcoin if you want. I wouldn't recommend it, but be my guest. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a reason to be upset about something. Why don't you turn around and look at the reasons you have to be optimistic and thankful and grateful about something? That's the thing that annoys me. It's like everyone wants to be like, I'm the victim, I'm vulnerable, I have anxiety, as opposed to saying, nah, dude, I live in the best freaking country God ever allowed to walk this earth. Well, the country doesn't walk the earth, to exist on this earth, and I'm going out there and crushing. Oh, but don't you know we're going $100 trillion in debt? Rah, 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 rah. Dude, I just... Don't you know that there's a video that came on my feed? I'll tell you this, I think I have it for a save to watch later because I'm just like, don't you know that the federal government, inflation, the dollar is only worth 4 cents, what it used to be in 1912 or whatever? Oh my goodness. I'm sick of this, dude. As we sit there with big fat bellies, we got endless entertainment, as much as we could possibly see. We got freaking people are paying for tattoos, and paying for cell phones. They treat their dogs like royalty. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what are you griping about, man? What are you griping about? Because we do have people with legitimate gripes. I was talking to a guy the other day. His wife's medication was like $24,000 a month, and now he's on and because he's on Medicare Part D, and because of George W. Bush, Medicare Part D, so he knows his out-of-pocket max, and that's like $2,000. That's a reason to gripe. Yeah, but he's not griping. He's like, no, we're crushing because we don't have to pay $2,000 out of pocket because Medicare Part D is kicking in. And again, who's an inventor of Medicare Part D is George W. Bush. And again, like me, like an idiot, I said, oh, no, we can't expand this stuff, George Bush. Oh, that's liberalism. This is the thing of living in a society. You have to at least help each other to a little bit. So for some guy to pay $24,000 a month for his wife's medication, I think the government, through us, the taxpayers, should chip in. I got no qualm with that at all. Now, we shouldn't allow some lady having 16 kids and she's only 38 years old. I get all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Can't blame the kids, though. It's not the kids' fault that she's a scumbag. But we should say, hey, at the end of the day, we're not going to give you welfare benefits for any more than 5 kids or whatever. I get that. We can't just allow leeches to take advantage of society. But a tax-paying guy who's worked his whole life for the taxpayer to help this guy out only makes sense. And that's what Part D did. It said, hey, look, man, we're going to cap your drug costs at $2,000 a year. I don't know if there's adjusted for inflation. I don't know. But that's freaking wonderful. So, yeah, so a guy like that can gripe. I had a lady the other day who, let's just say it this way, let's just put it this way, a Gardasil, safe, the HPV vaccine is safe. In fact, Rick Perry wanted to mandate that for young girls in Texas. When I lived there, of course, I was so idiotic back then. I said, yeah, man, the science is through the roof about, look at this, New York strips. From farm fresh beef here in Ball Ground, Georgia. Just marinate them put some salt, pepper, and some olive oil on there, and let those guys go. Oh, look at me, I'm all tan, Looking good. Makes my pearly yellows look a little bit less yellow, doesn't it? Looking good, Josh. The ladies going to love you. Hi, ladies. Give me a kiss on that like button if you would. If don't do it for me, do it for Pablo. If you want, okay. So you can give me a down vote on my like button if you're for me. Get a down vote for Josh or up vote for Pablo. Anyway, so this lady, she took Gardasil, third dose of Gardasil, and just like that, the daughter was in a world of hurt after that, and it looks like she's coming back around okay, but they're still like, dude, they're still not nervous. They're still nervous about it. That lady has a reason to gripe. If you're freaking just a dude and you got your suit on and you have anxiety because you don't want to go to work, I mean, dude, keep that stuff to yourself, man. No one wants to hear a dude, especially a white guy. Absolutely no excuse for a white guy. Because, dude, look at what white men have done throughout history. Just freaking crushed. We crushed. Look at our history of white men. Like, just look at a tiny little nation state, like island state like England. Look how much that just dominated the world. They didn't do it because they had showed, I got anxiety, I want to share with the world. They did it because they're legends crushing. You see what I'm saying? Don't be freaking posting that stuff, man. You look so bad. You looks like, it infuriates me. Look, I've cried on this channel a couple times. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I don't have any problem with people crying for sentimental value and stuff like that, or if it's even sad because they heard about some horrible tragedy that happened. I don't have a problem with that. But don't post your L's. Like, I'm so anxious because, the people gave me a mean look. Who is that guy? Michael Mann. He sued... who did he sue? He sued Mark Stein or something like that because Mark Stein said some bad things about him. And Michael Mann is a stupid climate scientist that came up with the hockey stick for global warming. And Michael Mann said, "Oh, some guy I was shopping and this couple looked at me and they mean mugged when they're looking at me in like Kroger or something like that in Pennsylvania. And I think they knew who I was and made me feel bad. So he sued Mark Stein and he won. He had no clue if they. This is weak." This is weak. We've got enough weakness. We've had weakness since Clinton came in office. Enough of this weakest stuff. For some reason, Clinton started all this thing. Just being a freaking wimp. It's like, oh man, my feelings. Nah, dude, screw all that. Stand up and be a man. And if I'm a black guy, I see these white guys acting like a fool. I'm like, so wimpy. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? What? No wonder why whites don't get any respect, because the white men don't call for it. At least black guys are, as much as, Tupac and stuff was all, let's just put it this way, a very fruity in his younger years. At least he pretended to be a gangster later on. You see what I'm saying? But white guys doing the exact opposite. I mean, we do have some idiot white guys trying to be black. I get those people are idiotic too. But white men have gone the other way. This is what happened with grunge and stuff. It made us to be very, very emotional, very depressed, and very and we just kept Clinton, grunge, the whole thing. It's almost like a major conspiracy. White guys used to be partying like it's 1999, a little bit over the top, of course, with that stupid glam rock stuff. But used to be partying, used to be freaking hard rockers, used to be, hey man, we're here to for freaking party, we're ready to rock and roll, let's do this. And now white guys are like, I got anxiety. I'm telling you, man, it's all conspiracy. They put grunge and Clinton in at the same time to make white men be wimps. And dude, it's so embarrassing. And look what's happened to our country since white guys have been wimps. It's nuts. And same with any European nation. It's just being taken over. And it's like, it's crazy to me. It's not a good trend. Stop posting your L's. Stop saying if you're a white guy that you're so you're so anxious, I can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have a real reason to post that, i.e., man, I'm tough. My daughter just got hit by a car and I'm nervous. All that stuff is fine. But if you're just saying I'm anxious because, freaking, I don't know what it'd be. Like, I'm worried about, I've always had anxiety and I want everybody to know. And, I'm writing a book and it just makes me very nervous that people aren't going to like it, blah, 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 blah. No, dude. That's the wrong answer. All right, anyway, love your thoughts. Smash that like button again. Or give me a like if you love this guy. Give me a downvote if you don't like me. It's okay. I can handle it. But I'm anxious. And I'm not making fun of people who are anxious, who have depression that's life-threatening. You still should not post that online. You should go seek help for that. I'm not making fun of those people. I'm trying to say seek help, but don't post that for the world to see, because the world online isn't going to do anything for it. It's not. All right, God bless. We'll see you.